Picture this. It's the middle of the week. Nothing dramatic. No emergency. No crisis. You're just tired. Your phone buzzes with a reminder, a bill you forgot about. It's small. Maybe $40. Maybe $60. You know what the smart decision is. You should pay it now. You should deal with it properly. But you don't. You tell yourself you'll handle it later. You ignore it. You hope it somehow goes away. And a few weeks from now, that small bill becomes a late fee, then a penalty, then a problem. From the outside, it looks like a bad decision. From the inside, it feels inevitable. And this is the part nobody talks about. We like to believe that money decisions are about discipline, that people who struggle financially just make worse choices. But that story doesn't actually match reality. Because when people are broke, they don't suddenly lose intelligence. They lose room. They lose time. They lose options. They lose the ability to absorb mistakes. And when you remove margin from someone's life, the quality of their decisions changes, not because they're careless, but because the environment around them becomes hostile. Let's talk about what being broke really means. It doesn't always mean $0. It means no buffer. It means every dollar already has a job. Every hour is already spoken for. Every mistake has consequences that show up immediately. When you're in that state, your brain isn't planning for the future. It's protecting the present. Psychologists call this scarcity mindset, but that term almost makes it sound abstract. It's not abstract at all. Scarcity means your mind is constantly running background processes. Can I afford this? What happens if something goes wrong? What did I forget? What's the next bill? That mental noise consumes energy. And when energy is low, decisions get simpler, shorter, and more reactive. Not because you want them to be, because they have to be. This is why broke people often choose the option that costs more over time. They buy the cheaper version that breaks. They pay the fee instead of fixing the root problem. They choose convenience over efficiency. From the outside, it looks irrational. From the inside, it's survival. When you don't have slack, long-term thinking becomes a luxury product. Here's the trap. Each bad decision creates friction. That friction creates stress. That stress makes the next decision worse. Late fees lead to overdrafts. Overdrafts lead to payday loans. Payday loans lead to panic. It's not one bad choice. It's a sequence, and the sequence feeds on itself. This is why financial advice so often fails the people who need it most. Just plan ahead. Just be disciplined. Just think long-term. That advice assumes the presence of mental and financial breathing room. When someone is broke, they don't have that. They're making decisions under pressure, fatigue, and risk, and we pretend those conditions don't matter. They matter more than anything. Now here's the uncomfortable truth. The biggest difference between good financial decisions and bad ones is not intelligence. It's error tolerance. People with money can make mistakes and recover. People without money make one mistake and pay for it repeatedly. A wealthy person forgets a bill, it's annoying. A broke person forgets a bill, it's destabilizing. Same mistake, different consequences. That difference shapes behavior. When the cost of being wrong is high, people avoid decisions entirely. They procrastinate. They delay. They default to the least painful option right now. And that's how short-term relief keeps stealing long-term stability. This is why being broke forces worse decisions. Not morally worse. Not intellectually worse. Structurally worse. You're navigating life without shock absorbers. Every bump hits harder. Every delay costs more. Every decision carries weight it shouldn't have to. And here's the part that reframes everything. Good decisions don't create stability. Stability creates good decisions. That's the order. You don't think your way out of financial stress. You buffer your way out. A small emergency fund doesn't just protect your money. It protects your thinking. It turns disasters back into inconveniences. It gives you time to pause. It gives you room to choose. And once you have that room, decision quality improves automatically. Not because you became smarter, because the environment stopped punishing you for being human. So if you're broke right now, this matters. Not because you need better habits. Not because you lack discipline, but because the system you're operating in is hostile to long-term thinking. The goal isn't to make perfect decisions. The goal is to reduce the cost of imperfection, to build enough margin that one mistake doesn't cascade into 10. That's not motivation. That's math. If this made something click for you, if you recognized yourself in it, that's not a failure. That's awareness. And awareness is where leverage begins. That's all for the day. I'll see you in the next one.